In this episode of The Update, I talked to George Hanson from Panera Bread Restaurants and Alex Tshering from Figs, makers of premium medical uniforms, and heard how two radically different brands found a common response. As the world is changing around us, it's clear we're all seeking advice and reassurance for life's big and small decisions. Globally, search trends for should I buy are up by more than 100%. But for Panera Bread, this uncertainty didn't just lead to a drop in consumer demand. The necessary social distancing measures taken to combat the pandemic fundamentally jeopardized their ability to serve their community. To meet this business challenge, they first had to address the human impact of these changes. How were you feeling in that moment? Like, how was your team feeling?
It was really emotional. I mean, it was emotional hearing the stories in our cafes, hearing the stories in the communities we serve. Like, this was impacting us on a human level, and that's really what we paid attention to first. We had to make really fast decisions around how we were going to pivot. We were still able to filter all of our decisions through the principles of how do we protect our employees and our customers, how do we protect the brand, and then how do we emerge stronger.
By creating clear filters for decision-making, Panera Bread was able to adapt to rapidly changing consumer behavior and identify new opportunities in demand. Year on year, search interest for online grocery shopping and grocery delivery had increased 23%.
We also took a step back and said, what are the needs of our customers right now? And, like many of us, they had challenges accessing grocery. And each week, the level of discomfort of physically going to a grocery store, really caused a lot of opportunity for us to help. And so we, within a couple of weeks, made the decision that we were going to help open up our pantry and start providing a grocery service.
But with 39 million My Panera members, the next challenge was communicating basic information about the cafes to their customers. Information like, when is my local cafe open? What services are provided? And is drive-through pickup available?
All of these dynamics were changing rapidly over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And so we knew that was a primary window in which customers could know how and when they could access Panera. And so our KPIs were really about awareness and access to the customer whenever they were searching, for Panera or food near me. And the Google Insights that the Google teams have provided has really shaped how we have messaged to our customer.
By listening to signals from their community, Panera opened up a new ordering channel that captured dynamic customer demand and positioned them for the next phase of recovery.
In the middle of all of the heads down decision making that we had to do, there was always a component of looking forward and looking beyond, knowing that this brand is here to stay, and how do we then ensure that it thrives and grows.
Meanwhile, for Alex Tshering, the SVP of marketing at Figs, a young direct-to-consumer startup that supplies premium medical uniforms, taking care of their community took on a completely different meaning as their community became the front line during a war against a global pandemic. What was going on, with you, with your team at Figs overall in kind of the first few days of the COVID pandemic?
When we saw this, and it kind of trickled in. At first, it was like, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, it is a big deal. Oh, it's crazy. And so we kind of escalated as the word of COVID really escalated as well. It was a little chaotic here because, we want to do everything to help.
During this period, the demand for all health-related retail was surging. Videos related to DIY tutorials and how-to with face masks in the title had been viewed more than 60 million times since the U.S. declared COVID-19 a national emergency. For Figs, this urgent need made them realize that serving their community went far beyond simply serving paying customers.
Our immediate things that we've done during COVID is we've donated about 30,000 sets of scrubs nationwide. We've been delivering care packages to emergency rooms and hospitals around the country. I think right now we're shipping about 100 a week, and that consists of some compression socks that we sell. And we've worked with a lot of different partners to kind of fill those up with goodies and snacks and stuff to get them through the day.
Throughout the crisis, FIGS regularly engaged with their community of healthcare workers and used social listening to identify an unexpected opportunity. While most brands had taken a somber approach to their advertising, their community was craving some levity.
We put together an ad where we had a woman, and she was in a hurry, and she had her scrubs on, and she was in a rush, and she was on a coffee run. We pivoted and put some dialogue in there that just really talked about, we made this before COVID. We get it. There's a lot more important things than coffee. And so we want to let you know that, we're giving back and we got you. We're very in touch with our community. We talk to them on a day-to-day, and just hearing them on the front lines, understanding what they're going through is crucial for us. And it's always been really in our DNA to listen to them. I'm always going to do, in my mind, what's right and what's true. I like to live by that, and I expect all our team to really live by that as well. So, just ride it and stay true to what you believe in, because it's gonna roll through for sure.
In the midst of all this change, both Panera and FIGS managed to focus on their core values, which allowed them to display active empathy by responding to their community's needs in real time.
You don't always know if you're making the right decision. The best you can hope for is that you're making the best decision. And the best decisions usually are mostly connected with really rooted, grounded principles and values that really transcend difficult times and challenging times.
It's such a great time and a great opportunity for us to just really show that we're here for you.